everyone, and welcome to Championship Lanes for the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals. We're just outside Indianapolis in Anderson, Indiana. I'm Scott Gilmore. Joining me today at the broadcast is PBA Hall of Famer Mike Albee. And today, Mike, it's all about the team event.
It is. It's a Baker system. And Baker system consists of the first bowler bowls the first and the sixth frame, second bowls the second and seventh frame, and on down the line from there. Very important. It's going to go very fast.
How important is strategy and lineup with players only bowling one frame at a time?
Well, it's very important. Your leadoff person has to be the one that can get your team going, and they need to lead off with a strike or a mark, at least to get that team fired up and going. Number 4 spot is very important because it's going to lead you into the...
Cammy, a 180 on 38, please. A 180 on 38.
It's going to lead you into that anchor guy that anchor bowler is going to put you in and can finish the game to win it for you. So, and 2 and 3 have to keep it going, pushing on down the line. So it's the coach, if he's going to make a change, it's going to have to be quick because the bowler he's going to bring in hasn't had much practice since they started bowling the match.
Well, an entire season culminates right here in Anderson, Indiana at Championship Lanes. A state title is on the line. We'll be back with first match lineups right after this. All right, welcome back here to Championship Lanes for the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals. Scott Gilmore, PBA Hall of Famer Mike Albee, and a special guest we have in the booth here today. How exciting is that? Lindsay Boomershine from the PWBA. And we're getting ready for the first match on the girls' side for the team event. It'll be Evansville North taking on LaPorte High School. Quickly going over here the rosters for Evansville. It's Ashley Babbs, Isabella Davenport, Leanne Hill, Jessica Sisson, Jordan Sisson, and Caitlin Warren bowling for Evansville. And we have for LaPorte, Chloe Fisher, Kerrigan Blind, Chloe Ratz, Bailey Diltz, Kylie Estes, Rihanna Dadley, Riley Diltz, head coach Jeff and Jerry Estes. And guys, this is going to be an exciting event because Baker is the true epitome of team bowling, correct?
Yes. I mean, I bowled at the University of Nebraska, Lincoln, and it's definitely a very team working together environment to succeed. So I really love Baker bowling. I think it's great. It tests how well your team communicates, how well you get along, and how you're reading the lanes and how you can help each other.
Well, right now we're going to have a girls semifinal. The winner, they'll take a little bit of a break because we're going to have the boys semifinal right after that, and then we'll have the girls championship. We're going to kind of do-si-do here with the girls and the boys, but you know, the team event's always exciting. New tournament director here for the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals. Mike's done a fabulous job of getting everything organized. And, you know, the marquee event of the season, this is a year-long culmination of not only practice and then your bowling and all your matches during the week. Then you have sectionals, regional, semi-state. So a lot of work for these kids just to get to this point here.
Yeah, it's been a long season for them, but then not only to fight their way through to get to here, they had to fight the weather yesterday and this morning. So, you know, it looks like the coaches have got them all ready to go, and, you know, this is the cream of the crop right here coming up.
Yeah, Mother Nature not kind yesterday here in the state of Indiana, really across most of the Midwest. Lots of snow and cold temperatures. But go to think, you know, who'd have thunk Indiana weather, we're going to have 50-degree weather here in a couple of days, you know. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? But sit tight. We appreciate you hanging out with us here this afternoon on Savage Bowling TV for the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals. The team event tomorrow will have the singles portion of the state finals. So sit back and enjoy. Lindsay, thanks for joining us here in the broadcast booth. We'll be definitely asking you a lot of questions and insight here as the girls are finishing up their practice here on championship lanes here, 38 and 39. So a really cool setting here. We got more of a kind of a arena type setting here in the bowling center, so really a neat opportunity for the kids. All right, lineups here we'll go over real quickly. For Evansville North, bowling in the leadoff spot will be Ashley Babbs. Bowling second in the 7th frame, Jordan Sisson. Bowling in the 3rd and 8th, Jessica Sisson. In the 4th and 9th frame will be Leanne Hill. And subbing in the anchor spot will be Isabella Davenport. She is a sophomore here for Evansville North. And they're going to sub in and out, guys. Ashley Babbs is going to bowl the 1st frame, and then they're going to sub out in the 6th frame. That'll be Caitlin Warren, a sophomore here for Evansville North. So kind of an unusual little set of circumstances. Obviously, there's a lot of strategy involved when it comes to putting your lineup, as you mentioned earlier, Mike.
Yeah, it really can be. And Lindsay, you had a lot more experience than I have at bowling Baker. Where were you positioned when you guys bowled?
So my freshman year, I think I was 3rd, and I bowled with Shannon Pulowski that year when we won an NCAA national title. So, and then I got moved to 4 because I was, I think, hitting the pocket, striking more, and then she was obviously anchor. So I think it really depends on who has, you know, a clear line to the pocket, who is really good under pressure, and just how the team is communicating and working together. And that really decides on your lineup. I know that they always put the stronger bowlers in 1, 4, and 5 because 1 follows 5. So you want to set up that kind of
You want to be
lineup.
a little string, right?
Yeah.
If you can get a chance to get a string going. Yeah.
Yep. So that's kind of how Coach Straub and Coach Klumpa did it, based on no one was really stuck in that position, which it seems like no one's really stuck in these positions. They're going to, you know, kind of take what each lane is giving them since they're bowling 2 games on each lane, correct?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, we'll bowl 1 game, and then it's a 2-game total pin match. Mm-hmm. So they'll bowl 1 game on 1 lane and then switch to the next and for the other. The lineup for the LaPorte girls will be bowling in the 1st and 6th frame will be junior Chloe Fisher. Bowling in the 2nd and 7th will be sophomore Kerrigan Blind. Bowling in the 3rd and 8th will be senior Chloe Ratz. In the 4th and 9th frame will be Bailey Diltz. She's a junior. And in the anchor position will be Kylie Estes, a junior for LaPorte. So a young team here for LaPorte. Only one senior on their lineup. And to be honest with you, she isn't in the lineup to start. So a really good sign here for LaPorte. Young team finds himself in the semifinal match here in the team event.
Yeah, definitely the more years that you have together, Bowling Baker definitely help.
Both teams fairly young. Evansville only with 2 seniors on their roster. Lots of sophomores, 3 sophomores and 1 junior. So we could easily see this team back here next year in the state championships too as well. So
yeah, I loved high school bowling in the state of New York.
And, of course, Lindsay, I'm sure you were probably one of those leading your cheers off before the competition began too, right?
No, I was not.
Well, let's talk quickly before we get too wrapped up into this. Let's talk a little bit about you have an upcoming season here with the PWBA. You had a great year last year, right?
Thank you, yeah.
Winning a major.
Yes.
And that had to be exciting.
It was.
Check mark that off your list. I'm sure you want more, though, right?
Of course I do. I mean, I try to work really hard on all aspects of my game. I want to be able to bowl on any pattern, any length, be very versatile, make my spares. Mike Shady is my mental coach. He has helped me immensely. It was a hard road back from shooting 130 on your first TV show. It wasn't my finest moment. But, I had trials and tribulations, and that's kind of why I love working these events, because it's not always easy. I mean, you would know Mike. He bowled for so many years. So it was a great season. I really want to take advantage of it and work harder and, just take it one shot at a time and one tournament at a time and, see what the year is going to present itself.
Mike Shady was he bowled when I was on tour, and he's a great coach.
Yeah,
you've got a good one there.
Yeah, he really helped me. He gives me stuff to read, refocusing on when I'm bowling those games, because it's one game matches. It's not match play. I don't have 12 games in one day, and so really refocusing on how to succeed in those moments was extremely helpful. So he's been really great. And then, my husband Hank, he's an awesome gold level coach. So I'm covered both ways. So it's really up to me now, I guess.
Well, both players here, Chloe Fisher and Ashley Babb, starting off with open frames. Good shot there from Evansville North, Jordan Sisson. And now stepping up for LaPorte here, Kerrigan Blind.
Oh, it looks pretty good. All right.
Oh, wow. There's your first strike of the match.
All day they have been excited. They have been thrilled to be here. They supported one another. I've been watching all day. So that's really exciting to see, especially for, the sport of bowling and our upcoming youth and future for our sport.
Oh, just missing the spares. Jordan Sisson, back-to-back opens. Opportunity here for LaPorte to jump out to an early lead. Chloe Ratz here on the right lane. 39. A little bit of a different setting. You see a lot of the PBA doing this in team competitions, using kind of the outer and inner lane of 2 pairs. Kind of gives you a nice open area for the bowlers to participate here. And ball coming in high. That is Jessica Sisson. And yes, sisters. And now the spare attempt for LaPorte. And a chop. How big right now, Mike, are nerves, do you think?
I'll tell you what, the girls look pretty good out there so far. Like Lindsay said, they all look smiles on their face. They seem to be enjoying themselves, and that's the first battle to getting the nerves out of the way is enjoying the position you're in. So just start making some spares and taking it one shot at a time, and there's a start, and that's what you build off of.
Yeah, nice spare there for Jessica. I want to thank Lane Talk for providing scoring here on your screen. And now we have Bailey Diltz there with a strike in the 4th. So a couple of strikes here for LaPorte.
A couple of really nice shots, yeah.
And now Leanne Hill here in the 4th frame.
Oh wow.
Oh, boy, she rolled that ball really nice.
She did.
Girls are so calm. No, not a lot of emotion so far yet. Early on, we'll bowl 2 games. Total pins will win and move on to the championship match. And now we have Kylie Estes, the anchor bowler for LaPorte, comes in light, leaving the 1-2-4. Opportunity here for Evansville North with a strike working the 5th. Their anchor bowler, Isabella Davenport. Ooh, comes in high, 4-6-7 split. You know, Lindsay, how long did it take you to get acclimated to bowling on television in your professional career? Did it take a little bit time to calm the adrenaline and the nerves a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think live stream and then live TV are completely 2 separate things. Live TV is, you have to be on time. You have the shot clock. You have the commercial breaks. Bowl TV is much more flowing. The lights. I feel like you're hotter. The lanes are hotter. And you're live. And you're live on Bowl TV too, but I feel like it's completely 2 different things. I always felt more comfortable on live stream. So that's really what helped me get more acclimated to bowling on live TV, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and a lot of these kids, this is the first time they've ever bowled in front of cameras. And, of course, the nice thing, too, about the live streaming is you can watch from anywhere in the world.
Right.
And parents, grandparents, aunts, and uncles can watch them bowl here. So a great opportunity. And the nice thing, too, is this is out there forever. They can go back 10 years from now and watch this and see themselves perform here and on this grand stage here.
I actually learned a lot from once I finally got myself to watch the shows that I made, but I actually learned a lot from watching them, especially the live stream. This year when I made the first show, won my first match on live stream, I think it really just propelled confidence moving forward. So I think this will help them for the future if they end up bowling collegiately or whatever the path they choose to continue their bowling career.
Now, the college coaches, are they out looking at events like this?
Yes.
They're looking for their next students and next star bowlers for themselves, right?
I think that they would be, just because you can watch it right now. So they probably, if I was a college coach, I would tune in, see if there's any talent, and maybe reach out to those players within the window. Yeah. I know NCAA has certain restrictions, but I would if I was able to. Because the only other opportunity really is junior gold, because that's where every collegiate coach goes. Yeah.
Oh my! What a beautiful! She's had 2 of the best shots so far, and wow, solid 8.
Oof.
Well, right now a 7-pin lead early here through 5 frames for LaPorte, and now that is Jordan Sisson in the 7th.
I think what's really important is that they just don't get down on themselves. Okay.
Yeah, Kerrigan Blind there with a good cover. You're right, Mike. She's been solid, both of her shots. Yeah. So important in this setting and in this format to fill frames, and because one bowler cannot carry the load here.
Well, it'd be easy to lose your concentration after a solid 8 and not finish that spare off. So that showed some pretty good mental capacity out there and making good shots.
All right, Jordan Sisson here with a spare opportunity. Ball needs to hook, and she leaves the head pin. So an open frame in the 7th for Evansville North. And now Chloe Ratz here on the right lane.
Looks pretty good.
Wow.
Okay.
Great shot.
They're filling frames. That's the important part right now.
Yeah, really important, too, on the coaches' side. You have Jeff and Jerry Estes and Amber Fisher for LaPorte. The coaches are giving the players encouragement, helping them out with their lines and their targets. And so you're going to see a lot of the coaches being very active in this.
But Mike's right. Spares and filling frames is so important. I mean, here, anything that you bowl.
So now we're going to have the spare attempt here for Jessica Sisson here in the 8th frame. It's going to go by quick.
It's very
This is
fast.
not easy.
Beautiful.
Great cover.
Textbook there. What a great shot.
Yeah.
See if that gives Evansville North a lift here.
Now Bailey Diltz here in the 8th frame for, or excuse me, 9th frame for Laporte, working on a strike.
Oh.
Comes in light.
Looked pretty good.
Yeah, it didn't look very far off. Not 5 far off.
No.
Ooh.
Another good shot.
Yeah.
Soft 10 there for Leanne Hill. She struck in her only shot in the 4th, so important here to pick up a spare because Bailey Diltz, she has a difficult attempt here. And that needs to hook. She takes 2, so an open frame in the 9th for Laporte. So an opportunity here for Evansville to cut into this deficit. Nice cover there. And how big was that spare by Jessica Sisson there in the 8th frame? Not easy to pick up the 2.57.
No, that was a great shot. It seems to get him a little lift there.
136 in the 9th for Laporte.
Looks pretty good.
Ooh,
Good
soft
shot.
10 there
That was a
for
good shot.
Kylie Estes. And now an opportunity here for Evansville here to cut that deficit down to 4. And that comes in like, 2, 4, 5. Just a 4-pin, or excuse me, a 7-pin game here through 9 frames. Both bowlers here trying to pick up spares in the all-important 10th frame. Nice cover.
Great share.
Straight down the lane.
Yeah. That's a tough way to do it, but that worked.
Yeah.
So now Isabella Davenport here in the 10th. Trying to convert the 2-4-5.
Well, that was a good spare.
Great cover. So many ways to miss that. She did it absolutely textbook there.
Well, and it's total pinfall, so they don't want to lose pins or be down that much going into the second game.
All right, now Kylie Estes here with her fill shot. Ooh, hang on. Okay.
Okay.
136 left, 7. They're going to have 153 after game number 1.
Okay. Did you see that the PWBA PBA announcement with the PBA 50?
Oh,
doing
is it a doubles? Go ahead. I think is it a doubles? No?
A trios.
Trios, that's it. Yes.
I was excited about that.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Are you going to come and bowl?
Good luck with that, Lindsay. And it goes down.
Remember that pin. That might be the one. You never know.
Yeah.
That might be the one.
Well, that strike cut the deficit down to 4.
Oh, wow.
153-149 after game number 1. We'll be back right after this short timeout with game number 2 in girls semifinal match number 1. All right, welcome back here to Championship Lanes in Anderson, Indiana for the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals team event. We're in the just finished game number 1 in the girls semifinal match. Scott Gilmore, PBA Hall of Famer Mike Albee, and PWBA star Lindsey Boomershine here in the booth with us this afternoon on a cold, wet, snowy day, but it's been nice and cozy inside here on an exciting day of high school bowling here. A culmination of a season all ends here with the team event and a state title on the line.
I just love their enthusiasm.
Well, you could be doing a lot of worse things, taking a test, right?
Right.
that's what the kids would say, right? All right, our first shot here for LaPorte.
Okay.
Chloe Fisher here comes in with a washout and a bonus pin there in the back, the 8-pin.
I was looking at the lane pattern earlier today, and it's 42 feet, 5.79 to 1.9. If anyone was interested in that information out there.
Well, and, you know, one thing they started doing years and years ago was having more of a challenge pattern at play. In the past, you had some really high scoring when they just allowed the center to kind of dictate what pattern was put out. Now, the IHSB has done more of their own patterns for each state event, and I like it because if you bowl well, you can score, but you really have to be solid with speed and placement on the lane as well.
Yeah, it should be challenging.
So open frames for both teams, both with 9, so the lead remains at 4 for LaPorte. And now bowling here for LaPorte is Kerrigan Blind. Comes in light. Oh, and gets a break. Rolls the 2. Can LaPorte build some momentum with that break there for Kerrigan Blind? Now, Jordan Sisson stepping up here on the second frame here on the right lane. Comes in light. Oh, 7-pin goes down.
All right.
She carried that 7 this time.
Yes, she did.
And now Chloe Ratz here for LaPorte. Strike working. Comes in, Messenger! Oh.
That was a really good
Great shot, yeah. These are big shots on the strikes.
10-pin doesn't cooperate, and then Jessica Sisson comes right back with a difficult split here in the third. Again, Evansville trailing by 4 after one game, and missed spare there for LaPorte.
Do you think maybe the nerves are getting to them now?
It certainly looks like there's a couple shots that would tell you that, I think. Yeah, I agree. Listen. Good try.
Nice try there. You definitely want to try to make it, but boy, pin count going to be so critical in every situation here. Mike, you made a comment, too, about the fill shot for Evansville North in game number 1, and a late trip for a strike. You just never know when 1 or 2 pins can make a difference.
Each team seems to keep doing whatever it takes to keep them close here.
And Bailey Diltz with a strike in the fourth.
LaPorte, you think they'd be up by more. I mean, they continue to have 2 or 3 of the players that have great shots in there and just have not been able to give them any distance between the North here.
Well, Leanne Hill now with a 2-pin here. Important spare for Evansville North. They can't afford to give any more pins away.
No.
Okay. All right, good spare.
Shot.
And now that'll bring up the anchor bowlers for each team here in game number 2. Kylie Estes here on the left lane.
I feel like this could be the changing point for either team.
Yeah, she has a great opportunity with them on a strike.
Good looking shot. Ooh, comes in light. Looked good there, and it just did not hook up at the head pin.
Looks like she's in the right part of the lane with that one. It just didn't recover.
Now Isabella Davenport here.
Ooh.
That was a really good,
Good shot, yeah,
Good
pretty
shot there.
They really need to make all the makeable spares they can if they're leaving them for both teams at this point.
All right, and remember, for Evansville North, Caitlin Warren will be bowling the 6th frame as Kylie Estes misses the spare in the 5th. So 3 open frames and 2 strikes for LaPorte. Big spare here for Isabella Davenport. Oh, and she gets it.
Now we're down to everybody's last shot here as far as individuals go. So,
well, now we're getting into the 6th frame, and here's Caitlin Warren. Her and Ashley Babbs are rotating 1st and 6th frames here for Evansville. So they have the lead here, guys, in this match. Right now, a 7-pin lead for Evansville in the match. 11-pin lead potentially here in the game. Now Chloe Fisher here, 6th frame. Brooklyn! Oh, and it goes down.
good break.
Now a big shot here for Caitlin Warren. Getting down to crunch time. Ooh, comes in high. 6-count split.
Seems like lane 38 is tighter to me, and lane 39 hooks a little bit more.
Yeah, it looked like that was going to set up nicely, and boy, it jumped.
She's going to attempt to make the 3, 6, 7, 10. This is a makeable split. That 3-pin standing up really helps. Ooh, she comes in and chops the 3 back. So unfortunately, Evansville gives that lead right back. And now, 7th frame here. Kerrigan blind for LaPorte. Comes in high. I think you're seeing, I do agree with you, Lindsay. I think you're starting to see a little tightness. You're getting into the crunch, you know, the end of the game, the really the crunch time of the game here, the 7th, 8th, and 9th frames. Setting up that anchor bowler. Now Jordan Sisson here comes in live. Oh, and she gets the strike.
Big shot.
That's 2 strikes for her in this game. And now a big spare conversion for Kerrigan Blind here. Trying to convert the 6, 9, 10.
Looks
Pretty.
Oh, solid.
Pretty job.
Solid. 83 in the 6th for LaPorte. 77 in the 6th for Evansville North. So they've increased that lead to 10 pins, but a big, big shot coming up for Jessica Sisson on lane 39 for Evansville. But before she bowls, we're going to go to Chloe Ratz here for LaPorte. 8th frame. Oh, comes in nice and leaves a wrap.
Great shot.
That was a great shot.
Comes across the head pin, leaving the 3-9. Not going to be an easy conversion here.
No.
She'll need to make this. But if Ooh, an opportunity here for Jessica Sisson here for Evansville as Chloe opens in the 8th frame. 111 in the 8th for LaPorte. Oh, great spare conversion.
Beautiful, beautiful spare.
Ice in the veins on that one.
That's a huge spare.
And now we get to the 9th. Bailey Diltz for LaPorte. Guys, this is a super tight match. Comes in live, mixes them up, and they go down.
Great setup.
Now Leanne Hill. Comes in, crosses the head pin. Not enough, though. She leaves the 6-9-10. And almost in a must-make situation here for Evansville. .114 in the 8th. 111 in the 8th for LaPorte. It's just a one-pin game going to the 10th. Oh, good
nice
cover.
Wow.
Here we go, guys.
Yeah.
This is just match number 1, and we're already right down to the 10th frame. Coach is going to take a little more time here for LaPorte, for their anchor bowler, Kylie Estes. She's going to go first here.
I think she might have switched balls.
Strike working for LaPorte.
Yeah.
Comes in light. Oh, Swisher 7. Great shot, though.
Good shot. It did look like a different ball, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
Now the important part here.
I mean, that was a really good shot
Yeah.
to switch balls in the 10th frame.
And still throw it good. Yeah, that was a
Right.
good one.
Yeah, Isabella Davenport can win the match here with 2 in the 10th. First one comes in high, 3-6-10.
I really think 39 is breaking down.
Yeah, a lot of sharpness in the back there.
So 21, 31, 41.
It's just a 3-pin game here,
Needs
so
a-
spares
yeah, needs
are.
a spare.
Uh-oh, that's got a hook.
Oh,
Oh, if open frame finish for
oh no. Oh.
Needs a mark.
LaPorte, she's got to make the spare to advance. And she does.
Beautiful shot.
Oh, 3-6-10, guys, is not easy.
No, not at all. That was a great spare.
139 finish for LaPorte for a total of 392. So 144 is all Evansville needs here. So 4 pins. And that's going to be enough with a strike. Evansville North advances to the championship match to take on DeKalb for the girls' side of the team event. What an exciting finish there, guys, for match number 1 here.
That was a clutch 3-6-10 spare.
Yeah, that was not easy out there for sure. I'll tell you what. What a great finish. They stayed close the entire match. You know, it certainly looked like that LaPorte had a chance to just really run away with it. Just never was able to do that. But boy, some big spares.
Yeah, I think that's why spares are so important. What do they used to say? Like strikes for show, spares for dough.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, boy, you're right on that. What a match. Evansville North defeats LaPorte 300-292. Coming down to the 10th frame, Isabella Davenport makes a tough 3-6-10 spare and then strikes in the field ball to send her team into the championship match for the girls. Lindsay, thanks for joining us here this afternoon and for the girls match. We'll see you tomorrow for the singles portion. We enjoy hearing more from you and your expertise, so thanks for joining us. And Mike, we're going to take a short time out and you'll have a conversation with the winning team from Evansville North. We'll be back with more Indian High School Bowling State Championship Finals here on Savage Bowling TV.
All right, we're back here after the exciting match in the girls, and we've got Coach Goins with us and Leanne Hill with us today. You're going to the title match, Coach. How did you get through this last one?
Timely spares. We've struggled all day not making the makeables, but we've come through in the moments that are big, and we found a way to get it done all day.
Great job, Coach. Leanne, you did a great job out there bowling, and it was pretty exciting. How did you keep your nerves from getting the best of you?
Breathing and looking at my sister. She's my biggest support system.
Well, it was a great job. You threw some great shots out there. Now you're going for a state title in this just a little bit after the boys get done here. You'll be going for a state title. What are you looking forward to try to do?
I'm going to try and win. It's the first time in our school's history. So.
Well, great job and good luck coming up. Coach, good luck to you in the title match. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back here to Championship Lanes here at Anderson, Indiana for the Indiana High School Bowling State Championship. Scott Gilmore, Mike Albee here in the broadcast booth, and we just witnessed a fantastic match number 1 for the girls as Evansville North defeated LaPorte 300 to 292. Before we get everything underway here for the boys' first match, today's festivities began with the ceremonial first balls from Jeremy Doty and Lindsay Boomershine, a PWBA staffer, along with the announcement of the Doty Cup.
Throwing out our ceremonial first balls are Jeremy Doty, Jim's son, and PWBA member and 2023 USBC Queens champion, Lindsay Boomershine.
You can go first. We can replay that.
Oh yeah! Congratulations, bowlers, coaches, and parents for embarking on this journey. Best of luck, bowlers. Enjoy every moment. Long before these championships took place, Steve Kunkel and former Royal Pin Entertainment executive Jim Doty laid the groundwork for a statewide high school bowling program. Steve's impact is widely recognized, but Jim Doty's contributions often go unnoticed. Together, they envisioned and implemented a championship caliber program for teenage bowlers, forming the foundation we stand on today. So today, we are paying tribute to Jim Doty. Unfortunately, Jim passed away last year, but we have his wife Mary and son Jeremy on hand for the unveiling. In Jim's honor, we proudly declare that all past and future champions of the Indiana High School Bowling Team State Finals will now be known as the Doty Cup Champions. This tribute would not be possible without the support from our friends at Storm Bowling. Thank you. And a special shout out to Chuck Sampson at the Trophy House, Indianapolis, for his design and dedication. Thank you.
All right, what a great announcement for high school bowling to have the Doty Cup. Mary Doty, Jim's wife, and Jeremy, their son, on hand to make that announcement. I know you have a strong tie to Jim, and what a way to live on his name here. He has been such an instrumental voice and person in the sport of bowling.
Yeah, Jim's been around bowling for a long time, but he's also been very instrumental in the high school bowling and what all these kids have been able to do, and with the IBCA, and Jim's been a major part of that. So it was nice to see that Mary and Jim's son Jeremy came out, and it's a beautiful cup, and it's something that these kids will now know what it represents, and they'll be more than excited to win that, and it's a beautiful cup.
Yeah, and boy, and how cool is it for these kids to have the potential of being the first person or the first team to put their name on that.
Get your name on there, yeah, exactly, and that's the one to be the first one at the top of the list. So, it's been an exciting day, and there's still a lot of excitement left as we witnessed just a few minutes ago.
All right, let's go over rosters here for the Elkhart Lions. They won their first match over Jasper in the quarterfinals to get here to the semifinal match. And starting out here on their roster for Elkhart, junior John Roy Jr., sophomore Colin Albright, a freshman Colin White, junior Lucas Wentland, freshman Wyatt Skipper, and freshman Lucas Claxton. And now for Avon, their roster is senior Trevor Thompson, senior Malachi Petrie, senior Holden Englert, senior Maddox Pruitt, sophomore Bennett Allen, junior Ryan Norris, and junior Reese Terrell. And, a lot of experience here on this Avon team. And you talked a little bit about what they have 3 players going on to college right after this season concludes.
Yeah, three of the bowlers are going to Indiana Tech, and then with another one of the players is looking at Purdue. So a lot of experience, a lot of top experience. So they're going to be difficult, but in these Baker games, when you're only getting your top bowlers only get 2 frames a game, it kind of neutralizes a lot of that. So it's going to be timing and everything. As we saw, spare making is hugely important. As we saw the last match of the girls, and it's just going to be what position they can get them in, get them started, and how the coaches play it. I mean, it's one of those things where it's down to the wire, 2 games to go before they get to a shot at the state title.
Well, experience could play a big role in the outcome of this match. And if you think about experience, you have to say the favorite is probably going to be Avon because of the seniors on this roster. But Trevor Thompson being one of them, he's got a lot of experience bowling at an extremely high level here for Avon.
Yeah, and he's done very, very well. He's a couple of years ago, he really started getting the confidence, and now he's up the top almost in everything he bowls in. So, but yeah, it's where Elkhart's going to be building on experience, but they've got a pretty good run at it. They've got good solid averages and a good team makeup, but Avon certainly has been strong all day.
Well, and you think about it here, when you look at the averages for the boys out of Avon, you got Trevor Thompson, season average at 221.5, and just right behind him is Malachi Petrie at 221.13. That's some pretty hefty scoring there.
Yeah, it's something that if you're Elkhart, you don't want to look at these stats we're reading off. So, but it's one thing the coaches are going to do a good job of keeping them settled down, and like I said, once you remember, it's a team event, not a singles event.
All right, the Elkhart Lions coming in the 4th seed here in this top 4 finals, and their roster or lineup will consist of John Roy bowling the first frame, and Colin White will bowl the 6th. Bowling in the 2nd and 7th is Lucas Wentland. In the 3rd and 8th will be Colin Albright. 4th and 9th, Wyatt Skipper, and Lucas Claxton will bowl the 5th and 10th. Now, think about it. The guys bowling the end of this lineup are both freshmen. That says a lot for Elkhart.
Yeah, they've had a season-long tournament, so they kind of see what their field's going to be and where they need to be, and I'm sure that with today they've got to this point, so it's all worked for them well. I'm always a little confused, I guess, about the 1st and the 6th frame when you're switching out, but that's the second time we've seen that here in the last 2 matches. So we'll see how it plays out. I mean, There's a reason for that, so I'm looking forward to seeing it.
And the coaches know, Don Smith, the coach for Elkhart, and Ryan Norris, the coach with Maddox Pruitt the coach Charlie Dorton for Avon. And now the lineup for Avon, bowling in the 1st and 6th frame will be Malachi Petrie, 2nd and 7th, Colton Pruitt. Reese Terrell will bowl the 3rd and 8th, Holden Englert the 4th and 9th, and anchoring, and no surprise, is Trevor Thompson in the 5th and 10th. And, interesting, they have their 2 guns bowling the 1st and then the last frames of this match. They're trying to get those 2 guys back-to-back in the middle of the game.
Yeah, middle of the game to really kick them going into the end. So, yeah, it's a good structure, and that's probably what Elkhart was thinking about in the 1st and 6th frame too.
Could it be a situation too, Mike, where the coaches are like, we're trying to get everybody in to a degree too, maybe? Or
I think it's too early for that. I mean, I think that, you want them to have experience, but you're trying to get – there's one more match, so you got to get to and that's the state title match. So I think they're doing whatever they feel like they need to do to win. All
right, sit back here. This should be a good matchup here between Elkhart Lions and Avon. Avon bowling out of the Indy West Conference, and the Michiana Central for Elkhart. Malachi Petrie coming in high, leaving the 4-7. And now our first look at John Roy here on the right lane. Oh, and he trips the 4. Now, we talk about, the David and Goliath of things. Throw a lot of that out the window because you got to get acclimated to this setting really quick.
Yeah, and if you see it right out of the get-go, Avon's calm, a little bit calm. They miss a spare to start out, hooking by and leaving the 4. And you see Elkhart comes out with a strike, and they're just pumped, ready to go. You got to find that happy medium of excitement and not over the top, because then it can go into how you throw it. If you get too excited, you start hitting up on it, and so you just got to make sure you stay calm and make good shots.
Colton Pruitt now going to step up for Avon.
Great shot.
And he strikes.
Big opportunity here for Elkhart, though. They're working on one, so they can get an early double.
And now, second frame working on a strike here will be Lucas Wentland here for Elkhart. Oh,
wow.
What a shot. Boy, Elkhart has come to play.
They certainly have, and two great shots to start the match. They are sending messages here already.
Junior Reese Terrell here in the third.
Big answer by Avon.
Yeah.
Big double.
They needed that.
Yeah, that's a big answer. Yes.
Just to kind of calm the nerves, and you don't want to push the panic.
Just want to neutralize.
Yep.
You want to neutralize what Elkhart's doing, and big shot.
Now we're stepping up here. Third frame, Colin Albright, sophomore. Young team here for Elkhart.
Wow.
Boy, they are not intimidated, Mike.
Coach has them use their practice very, very well, lined up right from the start.
Here's going to be the interesting thing for Elkhart. In the sixth frame, they're going to bring a freshman in to bowl the sixth only. Ooh. Comes in light, washout for Holden Englert.
Yeah, you want to make sure you get. That's a tough spare. He's going to want to fill that. I mean, you got to try to make sure you're staying as close as you can.
Well, now Elkhart here in the fourth frame. Freshman Wyatt Skipper. Two-hander. Four pin. Stops the run at 3 there, but a great shot for their freshman. Boy, and when you're in this clutch situation and you're relying on 2 freshmen, that's impressive.
Yeah, they're looking good doing it. Oh, what a great conversion.
Great spare.
Great conversion. That was a big shot. That holds serve a little bit here. They don't lose any extra ground.
Now Trevor Thompson, the lefty. Very slight frame here, but boy, does he get a lot into it.
Plenty of power. Yeah, plenty of power. Good spare.
Good cover. And now your first look at the senior, left-hander Trevor Thompson, heading to Indiana Tech. And you made a comment earlier, both Malachi Petrie and Holden Englert, both attending Indiana Tech. And
Indiana Tech's getting some strong players.
Yeah, Colton Pruitt planning on attending Purdue University. Comes in just high, and a dreaded 6-8 split.
That was a great shot. Got to take a run at this.
And now the anchor bowler, Lucas Claxton for Elkhart. Right now, Mike, 24-pin lead. Comes in light.
Oh, pushed it out. Moved that 5-pin over a little bit to the right. Makes it even more difficult. Especially as much power as these guys are using. That's a spare that can be choppable.
Good move there by Trevor. Take your medicine here. It's early. Just game number 1. It's a 2-game total pin match. And now the 2-5-8.
Beautiful.
Good cover.
Beautiful.
Stays clean. Now Malachi Petrie coming off that open frame, missing the 4-7.
Needs to start it up again.
80.
Avon needs some starts here.
Yeah, 82 in the 5th frame. They are down 34 pins early. Comes in high, lucky that the 4-pin falls late, just the 6-10. And Avon looking a little uncomfortable
You
here.
noticed that? I agree. It looked a little down. They need to really kind of get that started.
It's one thing we'd always liked from our leadoff player, to have a lot of positivity and energy. You've seen the 6-9-10 a few times here already, but that is Colin White there in the 6th frame. Oh my goodness, and Malachi just he can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, just missed both ends of those spares.
You know, when you have a bunch of seniors, there's a lot of pressure for you to, win, right?
Yeah.
And you just kind of wonder if the kids are putting a little too much pressure. It's a big mistake there for Colin White, missing all of them and opening in the 6th.
Yeah, that's the first part that of Evansville's had a little bit of trouble that kind of slows their momentum down. Had an opportunity to push their lead in the 40s with a spare there.
Now Colton Pruitt here comes in high. Ooh, 4, 6, 7. Boy, things unraveling quickly here for Avon.
Yeah, Evan. Let's see what they can come up with, because Avon needs to find somebody to get something started for them.
29-pin deficit here for Avon. Now Elkhart can increase that lead. Lucas Wentland Jr. here. Struck in the 2nd. Ooh,
good shot.
Solid 10 in
Good shot.
the 7th. Now Colton, best to get 2.
Colton's approach starts all the way off the back of the approach.
I mean, he's using every square inch of it.
And then some, yeah. And a bit added to it, too.
Yeah, big spare here now for Lucas here in the 7th frame for Elkhart. They have a lead, but they can increase it here, filling frames. Oh, and he misses.
Yeah, a couple spare misses, and they're trying to let Avon stay in, and a couple of strikes here by Avon could turn things around quickly.
They could have easily had a 40-plus pin lead, and it's now just at 29.
These last 3 frames are big for Avon.
Reese Terrell coming in high. The junior for Avon, 3-6-10.
It's like each team, one's trying to get back in, one's trying to extend the lead, and they're both kind of letting each other stay close. Good shot. Good shot. 10-pin.
Well,
you got to make those spares. You got to make them.
Colin Albright struck in the 3rd, but leaves the 10-pin here in the 8th. And right now, you're just looking to stop the open strings here for both teams, especially Avon. Good cover.
That's a tough one. Good spare.
All right, now that's going to bring up the 9th and 10th frame bowlers. Holden Englert for Avon. And the 2 freshmen finishing the games out for Elkhart. First, the spare. Good cover.
There he goes. Stops the string. Okay, they're both back at it now. So, once again, big 9th and 10th frame. Probably bigger for Avon than it is for Evansville at this point. I'm sorry, Elkhart.
Oh, 10-pin doesn't cooperate.
Nope.
For
Good shot. Good shot.
Holden Englert.
At this point, Avon just needs to start making shots. Just make good shots, and they'll start to fall, and you just got to stay close. Elkhart can put a hurt on him here.
Now Wyatt Skipper here, freshman for Elkhart. Comes in light, 2-8.
Well, it was a good shot. Certainly looked good enough to get up in there, but just a little long with the hook, and tough spare 2-8.
Huge spare conversion here for Holden.
Good one.
And he gets it.
He's excited about it.
Well, and he had opened in the fourth, so he had a tough spare in the fourth, or in the fifth, excuse me. And now 10th frames here for both teams after Wyatt Skipper attempts the 2-8. But Holden Englert had a 6 spare conversion in the fourth. He marks in the ninth. Good cover.
Spare. That Elkhart score is wrong. Yeah, that was 8 and not a 9.
I'm not sure if anybody has caught that yet, but you're right, Mike. That's an 8 spare. Should be 150.
I think Coach is going. He's going to get that. Looks like it.
Should be 147 in the 8th.
Yeah.
Not 148, but now Trevor Thompson looking to avenge that 6-8, and he does with a perfect strike. The kid really is fearless, Mike.
Yeah, he is.
He's just a free-flowing, loose arm swing.
Yeah, he's got that killer instinct. He wants to get in there and get as much as he can get here every time he throws the ball. Great player, great kid.
Now the anchor bowler for Elkhart, Lucas Claxton. Comes in.
Oh, what a beautiful shot.
9-pin goes down. And he matches Trevor Thompson's strike in the 10th.
Yeah, if Elkhart would have struggled in the 10th frame here, this could have really turned this match around, but great shot in the 10th frame.
Now, Trevor Thompson, big shot here to try to cut into that deficit here of 28. Can make it 18 with a strike. Oh! Just absolutely rips the racket, and the 10-pin somehow is left standing.
Man, that was a great shot. Wood flying everywhere but at the 10.
And now Lucas Claxton. You know, Avon's going to look back at this game and see some missed opportunities on some makeable spares.
Mm-hmm.
And this would be a lot closer game. Of course, Elkhart had a couple of misses too as well. Oh, beautiful shot there from Lucas.
They're going to extend their lead now. Wow, what a great shot.
Potential 197 out there, 159. Surprising game here for Avon. Well, a lot of the seniors here on this Avon team are looking at their last frames of their high school career on the team side. I'm sure we might see a few of these kids tomorrow in the singles portion of things, but from the team perspective, they're got to be thinking here, hey, guys, it's do or die right now.
Well, yeah, they're going to flip lanes here, so we'll have to see how the practice went for them, if they've got it figured out. But it's going to be one shot at a time for them. Like you said, you got to make your spares, but they're going to need some strikes, too, for Avon.
196 finish for Elkhart. They lead over Avon by 37. We'll be back with game number 2 of the boys' semifinal match here on the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals, exclusively on Savage Bowling TV. All right, welcome back here to the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals team event here at Championship Lanes in Anderson, Indiana. Scott Gilmore and Mike Albee in the broadcast booth. Chad Lester, our production and engineer. And what a day it's been so far. Semifinal match number 1 for the boys. Winner will advance to take on will take on Richmond for the boys' state title. But before, we got to complete this match right here. And Avon in a do-or-die situation, down 37. Elkhart with an impressive 196 game. And now John Roy leading off here for Elkhart. Oh, and he strikes again.
That sends a message to Avon, but, you know, if there's a team that we've seen in this tournament, Avon has the potential to do it. But I'll tell you what, they've run into an Elkhart team that is as well prepared as anyone.
Now Malachi Petrie, 2 opens in game number 1. Misses the 4-7 and the 6-10. No changes at all in the lineups for either team. And Avon is really going to need some energy and some exuberance here from his. You got to think Coach Charlie Dorton would like to see an infusion of energy here, and I'm sure Malachi's
that's a relief.
Yeah, Malachi's just glad to see a spare here. I know he's disappointed after his game 1 performance.
Well, Elkhart with all these strikes, I mean, if they can put a couple together, then boy, that just makes it that much more difficult for Avon to make a challenge.
Now Lucas Wentland for Elkhart Central, and he starts out with a strike. Here's the one thing, Mike, you'd love to see some energy and passion here at the start of this game for Avon, because that's at least going to tell Elkhart that we're not out of this, right?
Yeah, we haven't quite seen that yet, and I don't know if I think just the confidence of what the ball's going to do, they're just not as comfortable at this point. Where Elkhart is, boy, they're ready to go from top to bottom.
Colton Pruitt here comes in high, and the 3-10. Because, you know, I've always been, you know, big on, you know, things can breed into larger.
Totally agree.
And, you know, you get a couple of guys down a little bit, and it just can affect the whole makeup of the team. Yeah. And
yeah, Elkhart has come out firing. I mean, first game, all the way.
Oh, whoa! Wow. A kick save and a beauty,
break,
right?
Big break. Yeah.
Oh, pin comes out of the back. It takes out the 10. Maybe that'll stir some energy here for Avon.
Their fans back there are trying to get them to fire it up, but so far, that was a big spare, though.
Oh,
this is a replay of game
strike.
1.
You're right, Mike. Colin Albright, sophomore there for Elkhart. They start out with the front 3 again. Pressure right back on Avon. Oh, comes in light and pocket 7-10.
Yeah, that's a momentum crusher.
It is. Boy, you throw a good shot trying to climb your way back, scratch and claw, and then the pocket or the pins don't cooperate.
Yeah, you're not there, but you are there. Everything is a must for Avon from here on out. And probably some help they need from Elkhart to help get them back in this. But Elkhart looks strong from top to bottom so far. About all you can do there.
Well, you know, that's why you bowl the matches. If you look at things on paper, it might tell you one thing, but the story goes completely the other direction. And that's what it's been. You know, you look at the averages and the experience, you would say, okay, this should be Avon's match. But these young kids from Elkhart say, not so fast.
Boy, they are lined up and ready to go.
It's been an impressive.
Very impressive. Yes, I agree.
Performance so far here for Elkhart. And now, Wyatt Skipper, the freshman, comes in high. Ooh, tough spare here.
Yep.
The dreaded 3, 6, 9, 10. Everybody will tell you this is the toughest non-split you can get. And now coming in high is Holden Englert. And Avon right now, Mike, just running out of frames.
Yeah, they need strikes. I mean, spares, you got to have them, but it's going to be strikes. They got to have strikes and some help.
Definitely want to thank our sponsors here of the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals, Storm, Roto-Grip, 3G, 900 Global. Want to thank their contributions for supporting high school bowling here in the state of Indiana. Oh, they say touch it, but
I don't know if it touched it or it was just the wind, but man, that was close.
the wobbly 3 stands and an open frame there in the 4th for Elkhart. Right now, Avon needs to make the spare, which they do. They have
Pick up a little bit, yeah.
They've got to start striking.
Yeah.
.84 in the 4th for Elkhart. But you're already looking at a 56-pin lead for Elkhart in the match. Oh, and a great shot there by Lucas Claxton. He has performed at a very high level.
They have the right gentleman at number 5, I'll tell you what. Yeah,
Who
great
says
shots.
experience is necessary? You go with the young guns, the freshmen at the bottom of the order for Elkhart. And now Trevor Thompson trying to give his team a spark here in the 5th. Comes in light, Messenger, no.
The corners, Trevor just can't seem to get a break on a couple of those corners.
Well, he came in a little bit high pocket in game number 1 and left a 6-8 split.
Yeah.
And then he strikes first ball in the 10th and then leaves a smash 10-pin in the second ball. He's had no luck.
None at all. Yeah, he's been all over the pocket.
Now the spare attempt here in the 5th frame for Avon. They are down 70 or 56 pins right now.
Yeah,
and Trevor with the spare, just barely. You know, they're going to have to strike, but they're going to have some help.
They need some help, yeah, for sure.
Right now, if you're Elkhart, you're just trying to fill frames. Now Colin White stepping up here in the 6th frame for Elkhart.
That's out there.
Oh, comes in almost. Ball scratch and claw to stay on the lane, and he's fortunate just to leave the 1-2-4. And now an opportunity here for Avon and Malachi Petrie here in the 6th. Can he get lined up here?
Oh,
what a break.
Looked like he threw it good. The ball just broke loose on him a little bit, but boy, what a great break. Well needed.
Well, remember, Lindsay Boomershine in the girls' match, when she was in our booth, she thought 39 hooked a little bit more than 38. Oh, open frame now.
That's a big turnaround right there. Can be, potentially. Figure it's at least 15 pins or more. Pickup.
Yeah, open frame in the 6th. Now, Colton Pruitt must strike right here. 7th frame. And he gets it. Wow.
Wow, that was amazing, that pin. Great shot. That's a double.
That is a double.
So that's going to eat into the overall lead that Elkhart holds.
Well, that's going to cut 2 pins off of that 37-pin deficit, but you got a double sitting there for Avon and an open frame for Elkhart. Now, Colin Albright, the sophomore here. Or excuse me,
Big shot.
Lucas Whitland, in the 7th frame there with a strike.
He has performed well in his shots so far in this match as well.
Yes, he struck both times here in this game. Really, Avon's at a point right now, Mike, where they have to strike every frame. They can ill afford anything less than 10 pins here. As we step up.
Avon holding back, letting Elkhart.
Yeah, interesting.
2 shots in a row.
Interesting. I think I want to go first. That's just me. I want to see if I can put some pressure on Elkhart. Oh, and he comes right through the face. Was Colin Albright 4-6-7.
This shot by Avon is gigantic. Talk about making some serious ground up right here.
Now Reese Terrell will take his shot here in the 8th frame. Comes in light, 2-8.
Wow, that was a pretty good shot. It was close.
Really surprised that he didn't let Colin finish the frame out just to kind of give you a little bit more time to collect yourself, right? Now he's got to make this spare here in the 8th frame.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of gamemanship here in this match.
Well,
This big spare, though.
Yeah, 180 pace right now for Elkhart. And with a spare here, 210 max score available for 212 max score, I believe, for Avon, and he misses the spare. That's going to change everything here. 138 now in the 8. 198 max score. Mike, they're going to have some major help. They're down 37. Any type of mark here pretty much for Wyatt Skipper, and Elkhart's going to advance to the state championship match here on the boys' side. Comes in light. Oh, interesting here. If I'm holding, I'm waiting. But we'll see what he does here.
Well, no matter what, he needs a strike.
He's going to
go.
go.
No ifs and buts about it.
Absolutely. You're right about that. Must strike. Oh, and a great shot by Holden.
Yep.
The senior delivers in the 9th. And the emotion starting to take over some of the players as they know their high school careers are coming to an end, Mike. It's always a difficult thing to see, but that's the beautiful thing about high school bowling and the team part of things. Yeah. You build a lot of great friendships through your time at school. Ooh, and an open frame here. So 149 in the 9th. 198 possible. Still, if Trevor Thompson strikes out.
Yep.
Really, Elkhart just needs a mark here from mark of any kind from Lucas, and they'll advance. Comes in. Oh, what a clutch strike! The freshman has delivered.
Yeah, MVP right there. I'll tell you what, this match. Wow, great shot, great shot.
And Elkhart Central will advance to the title match. My, oh my. You only have to say this is an upset from the standpoint of you have a lot of young kids and you have a lot of upperclassmen, a lot of seniors on Avon. The experience was in their favor, but Elkhart took it to them.
Yeah, Elkhart looks like they won their sectional, second in the regionals, and third in the semi-state, so they were around the top for sure. But like you said, with the youth and the message they're sending is they're going to be here for a while,
Yeah. Yeah, when you have two freshmen and a sophomore basically setting the tone at the bottom of your Baker game, that tells you all you need to know about the future for Elkhart. Again, want to thank you for watching the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals here on Savage Bowling TV. We're inside championship lanes, about 30 minutes north of Indianapolis in Anderson, Indiana. Dave Small and Angie Collop, the owner-proprietors here for Championship Lanes, always do a phenomenal job, Mike, hosting the event. And what a crowd did we have today for team event.
Yeah, it was packed, and a lot of exciting matches, a lot of exciting bowling. State tournament is always a fun event, and it's great to see how our youth have done so well through the years, and great coaching too.
Well, a final score of 166 and a 325 total for Avon. And Lucas Claxton comes in a little high, leaves the 3. And with spare here, they'll shoot 169 for an impressive win over Avon here. The number 2 seeded team here for our Stepladder finals. Yeah, ignore the total here you see on the screen for the games. It shows Elkhart with a little bit bigger score than that. But a nice spare conversion here, 169 final score for a 365 total. Your winners, Elkhart defeating Avon 365 to 325. When we come back, Mike Albee will be laneside with the victors here from Elkhart right after this short timeout.
An exciting match, and we have with us now. We have the coach of Elkhart and one of the top players over here, Lucas Claxton. But first, let's go to Coach Smith. Coach, I'll tell you what, your team came out lined up and ready to go. What'd you have to say to them?
We just mainly been trying to stay focused, take the shot that's ahead of you, and do the best you can to try to cover the spares.
Well, I'll tell you what, you've got probably one of the youngest teams out here today, but they certainly look like they've been here for a while. You had that kind of season all year?
We kind of started finding ourselves as the season went on, and once we took conference, we kind of found ourselves and started bowling a lot better as a team and a group.
Great job. Good luck in the title match.
Thank you.
Lucas, you're a freshman, right?
Yes.
Great job. You would have the MVP so far, I think, because you made some great shots and sent the message to Avon that you guys were able to win. How have you been bowling this season other than today?
I think I've been bowling pretty well this season and making good shots, clutching up when I need to. And
well, you've earned that position spot, number 5 spot, but we want to wish you the best of luck in the title match and good luck and have fun out there, all right? Great job.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to go back to a break, and we'll back to a title match.
All right, welcome back here to Championship Lanes here in Anderson, Indiana for the Indiana High School Bowling State Championships team event. Girls Championship match coming up underway here just shortly. But the number 1 seed here, DeKalb, in qualifying, took the top spot, and they only have to win 1 match to win it all. Let's go back to Laneside with Mike Albee and the coach and a player from DeKalb.
All right, we're here for the championship match is coming up. I'm here with the number 1 seed, DeKalb High School. Number 1, Coach Tim Klinker. What did you tell the team before you started today?
I told them this is what we've been prepared for all year.
That's great advice, great advice. So that was this morning. Now what do you tell them before you go into the title match?
This is what we've prepared for all year.
That's a perfect.
ready.
Yeah, you're using the right term, and it's worked so far. Good luck to you today.
Thank you.
And also with us from DeKalb High School on the team is Elizabeth Jones. Elizabeth, you obviously listen to Coach Klinker over here, but how'd it go for you this afternoon?
It went really well, and anytime I sort of struggled, he helped me back. But, I mean, if one of us is down as a team, we pick each other up throughout it, so that helps.
Well, as a senior, Elizabeth, what would it mean to you to win the championship today?
I mean, we're getting a trophy either way, so if we don't win, it's okay because it was still a good ride. This team, we've been really close, and I've just really loved it. So, I mean, the big trophy would be nice. But
Well, great job, and Tim, Elizabeth, good luck to DeKalb High School and bowling. Great job so far, but good luck in the championship match for the Indiana State High School Championship. Good luck.
All right, welcome back here in the booth, and wow, we're going to have a pretty exciting championship match here on the girls' side with DeKalb, the number 1 seed, and Evansville North with that exciting finish for them in that first semifinal match. And, man, this has delivered all the excitement you can imagine as a fan of bowling.
Boy, it really has, and you know, you look at, I mean, DeKalb's been sitting around for quite a while now after the qualifying, so, you know, the coach is going to have a hard job to get them excited and ready to go, and it's been a long time, you know, as well. I mean, but it's going to come down to spares. I mean, I think we've seen that all day today. It's going to come down to spares. Who can make their spares?
Well, the roster or the lineup for DeKalb, Kylie Snyder will lead off. Bridget Dunn will bowl the 2nd and 7th. Autumn Klinker will bowl the 3rd and the 8th. Harley Toy will bowl the 4th and the 9th. And Elizabeth Jones will anchor that. And, of course, Mike, you had a chance to talk with Elizabeth Jones and Coach Tim Klinker there before. And, you know, you have to feel like they're so excited to be in this position.
They really are, and talking to her, she's, you know, you heard what she said. She talked about, you know, hey, we've already got a trophy, 2nd, you know, blah blah blah. And when it was over, I said, well, you know, you really want to forget about that? And she goes, oh no, we're here to win. So you know, so they're in good shape with her at number 5. She's ready to go.
Well, and Evansville North going to go with that same lineup, Mike. They're going to go with Ashley Babbs in the 1st frame, Jordan Sisson in the 2nd and 7th, Jessica Sisson in the 3rd and 8th, Leanne Hill in the 4th and 9th, and Isabel Davenport in the 5th and 10th. But Caitlin Warren is going to come in that 6th frame for Evansville North. So an interesting strategy. We saw it work for Elkhart, and you know, maybe it'll work for Evansville North as they're trying to run the ladder here and claim a state championship.
Yeah, we questioned that, but I think we saw it work out. So, you know, before. So the coaches obviously know their teams and what works best for them. And, you know, it's going to be exciting. Like I said, I think they've all been sitting a little bit longer, you know, so it's kind of tough. You got to come out and start firing. That leadoff bowler is so important going into this state championship match here. We're getting ready to watch.
Well, pretty experienced team here from DeKalb. Kylie Snyder, Harley Toy, and Elizabeth Jones, both seniors. And then they have a couple of sophomores in Bridget Dunn and Autumn Klinker bowling the middle parts of this game. So, obviously, you see Tim, his daughter, is going to be in there in that 3rd and 8th frame. And it's always cool to see coaches, you know, coaching their kids. And we saw a lot of emotion there from Avon as some of their seniors realize that their high school careers are over. And it's bittersweet because you're excited for those that win, but you feel for those that do not.
Yeah, because even if it's just your one season with the team, which I know Avon spent many seasons together, so, you know, they make it all the way to the state a couple times, if not, every time. And then, it's a long season, but you add that years to it, and you build those relationships and friendships that will last for a long, long time. So you can see the emotion on their faces.
Well, and really, looking at this lineup here for Evansville North, and you have a kind of a mixed bag here. You got a couple of seniors in Jordan Sisson and Leanne Hill, but then you have sophomores Ashley Babbs. You have junior Jessica Simpson. Their anchor bowler is Isabel Davenport. She's only a sophomore, but then Caitlin Warren comes in too, as well as a sophomore. So you have some underclassmen there that the future could be bright for both of these teams as they try to not only win here but look to the future as well.
Well, we saw Evansville North's Caitlin Warren, and we saw her make that difficult spare to win the match to get him to the state title match. So I think that they're going to be nervous to start, but I think the advantage goes a little bit to Evansville North because they had a spotlight match already, so and a close one. So you kind of got to figure they've got a little leg up, and DeKalb's been sitting for such a long time, but it's anybody's match.
We're just a few minutes away from getting started. A couple of minutes left in practice. Want to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Want to thank the Storm company, Storm, 900 Global, Rotogrip, 3G. They've been a huge contributor to the Indiana High School bowling programs here and the state tournament or state finals championship. We had the opportunity to have Lindsay Boomershine, major PWBA winner, in the broadcast booth for match number 1. It's great to have her, and she'll be joining us tomorrow for the singles in match number 1. Also want to thank Trophy House for the wonderful trophy, the Doty Cup. They created it with and really a great thing to have for the Indiana High School bowling programs, and these teams have the opportunity. One of these two teams can be the first girls team to put their name on that trophy.
Yeah, it's a beautiful cup, and it's a well-deserved honor for Jim and what he gave to the sport. And Chuck Sampson and his crew down at Trophy House do a great job and have done a good job in this case as well.
All right, Scott Gilmore, Mike Albee in the broadcast booth, Chad Lesser, our production and engineer specialist. And a lot going on here. A lot of elements we're trying to add into making this broadcast a little bit better, a little more information for you. Love the changes they've done here so far. Mike has done a fantastic job as tournament director for IHSB. And I tried to get him to come on air for a little quick interview, but he wanted no part of that.
Well, congratulations, Scott, to you and Chad as well, because you guys have put as much into this as anyone, and it's just a great job that you do to get the word out on these great young bowlers we have in this state and bowling period in the state of Indiana. Congratulations to you two as well. It's a lot of selfless hours to get to this point. I know.
Yeah, it's worth every minute of it, and you get a lot of.
I know she didn't say penny.
Yeah. yeah.
I don't think you're making the big bucks.
No, but it's so great to hear kids recognize you or say thank you, and parents that are able to watch this that can't, I shouldn't say parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles that can't be here live in person can watch on their computer at home, even TV, because, hey, you can get YouTube on your large screen TV. So,
well, and you mentioned this is something that's there forever. So
right.
It's these are lifelong events. So thank you for all you two do.
Well, it's going to be so I'm looking forward to this championship match. Both the girls and the boys should be exciting. Mike, you've got so much experience in these settings, being either the number 5 qualifier or the number 1 seed. Is there an advantage to having that? Because you had to. It's not like you're bowling consecutively. You had to sit and wait while the boys bowled. So both teams are kind of coming in here a little bit cold, right?
Yeah. The advantage as a leader is that you're already seated in that title match, and there's not a bad break or anything else that can stop you from at least having a shot at the title. That's the good thing. The bad thing is you got to wait a lot longer than anybody else and that sort of thing. So, but here we are, square one, 0-0, and 2 games, and each bowler's only bowling 2 frames each game, so those shots are so important.
2-game total pin match, and both teams will bowl 1 game on each lane. 38-39, our championship pair.
And Coach Klinker from DeKalb, I mean, they've been sitting there for quite a while, so you wonder what he's been able to talk to his kids about, or were they just able to relax for a little bit? But he's going through a pretty good talk here, getting them pumped up and ready to go, and they're having a team meeting, and they'll be ready, as well as Evansville North will.
Yeah, and Jessica Sisson and Chris Goins, the coaches for Evansville North, they're going to go with that same lineup they did in match number 1, keeping their team nice and loose. And
Coach Goins is a strong player himself there for Evansville North, so
nice to see him contributing back to his program in alma mater, right, in high school. And without these volunteers, Mike, this just wouldn't be possible. These coaches, majority of them don't get a dime.
Yeah,
it's all volunteering.
Yeah.
But they love the sport, and they want to do everything they can to contribute to it. And we love them for that, that's for sure. And now, our first look at DeKalb, Kylie Snyder.
Good break. Knocked it down just a single pin. 2 spares right out of the get-go for these leadoff bowlers that really need to do the best they can and get that spare and get their team started off right.
Left-hander here for Evansville North. Ashley Babbs makes the spare. Oh, spares are going to be critical in this.
Big time. Yes, we've seen it so much.
Yeah,
so far.
Evansville didn't throw a lot of strikes, so these spares are critical. Nice cover there for DeKalb.
You can feel the vibe that this is the title match. You can feel it.
Now Jordan Sisson here for Evansville North.
Jordan bowled well in the semifinal match.
Comes in with a strike. And Evansville North quickly out of the gates after 2 frames. And now Bridget Dunn, the sophomore from DeKalb. She answers right back. I think we're in for a shootout, Mike.
It certainly have their smiles on the faces and certainly pumped up and ready to go. They came out of those team meetings ready to go, that's for sure.
Now junior Jessica Sisson. Oh, and she misses it right, and it goes in the gutter.
She's on a strike, so not going to lose count.
No need to panic, right?
Nope, you just got to settle back and make a good shot this next one.
Now Autumn Klinker for DeKalb. Oh, light 10-pin. Yep. Good shot, coach's daughter. Now a big cover here for Jessica. Needs to hook. Comes in light. Well, if you're going to throw in the gutter, on a strike is the time you do it.
I mean, you didn't lose any count. Sure, you'd like to have a spare, but we're early in the match.
Oh, and she just misses. Both teams opening in the 3rd, so just a 5-pin lead now. Or excuse me, 4-pin lead for DeKalb. Now Leanne Hill for Evansville North. 4th frame. Oh,
beautiful.
Oh, what a sweet roll she put on that ball.
She's got a great attitude after talking to her and interviewing with her. She just has that bubbly attitude. But boy, when that ball's in her hand and it's time to throw it, throws it like that. Perfect.
Now Harley Toy here for DeKalb. Comes across the head pin. All right. Leaving the 6-10. Opportunity now, though, for Evansville North to take the lead here in the 5th frame. Down 4, could go up by 6. Oh, and a missed spare for a couple of easier spares missed here for DeKalb. Hopefully that doesn't prove costly for them. Comes in live. Oh, mixer goes down.
Good shot.
Isabella Davenport, the sophomore, strikes for Evansville. They take an 18-pin lead. And
Good shot.
Elizabeth Jones comes in
Good
light
shot.
10-pin. This is where you need your anchor bowler to, whatever's going on, turn the tide if it's negative,
Just fill
or
the,
keep
fill
it
the
going if
frame.
it's
Make
positive,
sure you fill
right?
it. Yep. Yep. This has a similar vibe to the last match for the girls.
Okay.
Good job. Good job. Yeah.
She looked at it for
Had to
a
wait
while.
on a little bit. Make sure you touch it. Yeah. Big shot here, though.
You know, one thing, too, is like we talked about, you have to manage the adrenaline, the nerves, right? Focus on the task at hand. And now this is Caitlin Warren. Comes in light.
Once again on a strike, so not losing count.
They had a double going.
Oh, they lose count then.
Now coming in light, too, missing the head pin is Kylie Snyder, the senior.
Evansville North, a little more of the aggressor in this match compared to the last one they were in.
Goes
Good
almost
try.
makes
Good
it.
try.
Hey, good pin. She got. You're not going to make it. Get the majority of the pins you can. 3 in there in the 6 for a 9-count total. And now Kylie with the spare conversion. Ooh, she just misses the head pin to open in the 6th. 98 in the 6th for Evansville North. And I believe 81 in the 6th, so a 17-pin lead for Evansville. And a strike! And little Jordan Sisson has come to play here in the championship match.
2 great shots.
And Bridget Dunn here in the 7th, leaving the 4-7. Now can Jordan's younger sister, Jessica, keep the string going? And an open frame for DeKalb. Now 89 in the 8th. Or excuse me, in the 7th for DeKalb. Boy, Evansville with a chance to take a big lead here in game number 1. 2-game total pin match will determine the state champion. Great shot there from Jessica.
Gave it
10-pin.
gave it every chance to make it, that one. Good shot.
Remember, Mike, she made a huge 3-6-10 spare in match number 1 in the semifinals to allow her team to come out on top. Six-pin there for Autumn Klinker. Still a lot of bowling to go.
A lot of bowling. Evansville North has put that big double together, and then some spare misses for DeKalb. That's where we're at.
And a great cover from Jessica, the junior. Jessica Sisson, the coach's daughter. Talked to the head coach, Jennifer, said her daughters are totally different. Go figure, right? Isn't that always the case? You have 2 kids and one's totally different than the other. And another open frame for DeKalb here. They are self-destructing here, Mike, in this first game. 98 in the 8th.
Yeah, they just need one of their bowlers to step up a little bit, get something good going, and turn the tide.
All right, Leanne Hill with a 3-10. Right now, they have a 38-pin lead over DeKalb. Makeable split here. Looks like she's got it.
Nice.
Oh, great
Big
cover.
Big spare.
What a cover there for Leanne Hill. Big spare here for Harley Toy, the senior for DeKalb. They're bowling out of the Northeast Conference here in Indiana. They were undefeated in conference play.
Big spare. Big spare for DeKalb. Well, 10th frame's a big one here. You want to either, when you're DeKalb, you're just trying to make up some pins.
Isabella Davenport, she struck her first shot here in this game in the 5th frame. Can she do it again here in the 10th? Yes, she can.
Yeah. Wow, big shot.
She's getting more and more comfortable, it looks like, Mike, here on the championship pair.
Great shots.
And now Elizabeth Jones.
Beautiful
great shot.
Beautiful shot.
Boy, that was a confident stroke there from the senior here from DeKalb.
It's an opportunity here for one or the other team to either get them and add on to their lead, or hopefully if it's DeKalb, you want to try to cut into the lead. So we'll see what this shot does.
Evansville undefeated in the Tri-County Conference this year. We got 2 teams that were undefeated in their conferences bowling for a state title. And Isabella coming in light, just the 7.
Gave it a chance. Yep, good shot.
Now a huge shot here for Elizabeth Jones. She can cut into that deficit here with another strike in the 10th. Oh, what a shot.
Beautiful shot.
That's what you want your anchor to do.
Yeah, beautiful ball.
Now 176 out there, 148 for. They were down 40 plus pins, and you walk out of here only down 28. You got to feel pretty good about that.
Well, and you make your spares, and you're in the lead. And we always talk about a pin. There's a pin. So we'll see if that comes in there.
175 for.
Because in these 2-game matches, that one pin can be quite large. Wow!
Oh, what a finish!
Perfect shot.
I'm no genius, but if I'm Coach Klinker, I'm just telling my girls, hey, get it to Jones in the 10th, right?
Yeah.
Give her a chance.
Yeah, great shots.
Game number 1 in the books, 175 to 148. Evansville North with the lead. We'll be back with game number 2 and find out who will take home the title in the girls' side right after this short timeout. All right, welcome back here to Savage Bowling TV's presentation of the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals here from Championship Lanes in Anderson, Indiana. On a cold, snowy day, a little bit of snow yesterday. Some areas got over 6 inches of snow. Later this week, it's supposed to be up in the 50s, so it'll be gone. But it's been hot and exciting in here on championship pair of 38-39 between Evansville North and DeKalb. Evansville North with a 27-pin lead going here in game number 2. Kylie Snyder will lead the way. DeKalb needing to make a run here, Mike. Ooh. And they start out with a 4-6-7. And now, stepping up has been Ashley Babbs, a sophomore. She's been really good. She comes across the head pin and knocks them all down.
Evansville North feels that they see the finish line here. Know they're picking up some more pins. Going to be in the lead in the high 30s or 40.
Boy, and that's what you want your leadoff bowler to do. Get a strike, pump up her teammates.
Yeah, that's 40 pins is a lot, but there's we've seen some teams come back from that. So it's but there's 9 frames to go, and each one closer to the end. So
Well, and nothing will loosen up your arm swing more than when you see your opponent split right out of the gate, right?
Takes the heat off. Yeah, takes the heat off.
You get right up there and get a break going Brooklyn. And now here is second bowler Bridget Dunn here, sophomore from DeKalb here. She comes in high.
Breaks it down, though.
Fortunate just to leave the 3-pin here. And now, little Jordan Sisson, the senior, stepping up again here. She bowled great in the first game. It's coming in, comes in light, washout. The 1-2, 7-8, or 7-9, excuse me. And a good spare there for Bridget Dunn. It's the makeable washout conversion here.
Yep, got to send that head pin into the 7, cross over, slide it across. Good try.
All right, good cover though. Get 3 pins. You know, you keep filling frames and getting good counts, and you're going to force DeKalb to have to strike somewhere. And now Autumn Klinker, she comes in high, 3-6-10. And now Jessica Sisson here. She's come up clutch with some big spares late in this game. Light, and the 7-pin won't fall. But a great shot. Very, very makeable spare for Jessica. And now big cover here for Autumn Klinker here on the 3-6-10. And she leaves the 3. Open frame, third frame.
Yeah, those frames now, you're getting down to the wire here. We're not too many shots left in this match to try to catch up.
And a great cover by Jessica.
That's a lead extender there. Extends that lead from the first game.
Sure, Mom, the coach, is happy with her daughter there. She's been clutch on spares all day. That ball comes in light for Harley Toy, and the 1-2-8. And now Leanne Hill here for Evansville.
Oh, wow.
Ball crept up high. Remember?
That didn't look like a 4-pin ball. It sure left it. But, yeah, great shot by Leanne.
We were talking about lane 39, a little more down lane reaction than 38. That might have been the reason for Leanne Hill's 4-pin, but a very makeable spare for her. And right now you fill frames and you're forcing DeKalb
big
to strike.
break there.
And a great cover there by Harley, the senior, stepping up in the 4th with the spare. And now back to Leanne Hill, the senior for Evansville. That needs to hurry. Oh, and she misses it left.
It's a big swing. Yeah, big swing there.
Really just a 1-pin deficit in the game. 28 for the match. So DeKalb can get right back in this. Ashley. Oh,
my.
Great shot from Elizabeth Jones there. Solid 9.
All right where she left off. Just didn't carry that one. That was a great shot.
Boy, she has got a confident stroke.
Yeah.
Imagine there's some college programs would like to have her on their roster.
Beautiful shot.
Isabella
There's somebody
Davenport,
else
the
that's
sophomore.
lined up. Yeah,
the
great
sophomore
shots.
stepped up big here today.
Yeah.
It's been a true team effort for Evansville. Oh, and Elizabeth Jones misses the 9 in a critical situation.
Well, 5 frames to go. A lot of ground to make up for DeKalb. This one, if you're Evansville North, you just keep filling frames.
Yeah, 63 in the 5th. Right now, with a strike, you're looking at a 23-pin lead in the game for Evansville. And now Kylie Snyder coming in. And remember, we got the switch here. This is going to be Caitlin Warren here in the 6th frame for Evansville. Working on a strike. Ooh, looked like she might have dropped that a little bit, Mike, at the foul line. Now you're in a situation where you haven't lost any pin count. You're on a strike. You're just trying to fill frames here. Big spare here for Kylie Snyder. And good cover.
Yep.
All right, now Caitlin Warren now with a big spare attempt here for Evansville in the 6th frame. Oh, and she makes it as the 10-pin goes down.
Big spare.
What a cover.
Big spare.
Now DeKalb must strike. Bridget Dunn here, 7th frame. Brooklyn, no. The 5-9. Frames are running out for DeKalb. And the Cinderella run here for Evansville. Much alive. Now, Jordan Sisson crosses the head pin. The 1, 2, 4, 8. Now Bridget Dunn trying to make the spread. Oh, she chops the 5 off the 9. And this really spells trouble for DeKalb.
Yeah.
You get to a point, too, Mike, where you just kind of fall further and further behind. You squeeze, you put more pressure on yourself. Every shot gets tougher. Evansville, much looser. Great cover.
Yeah, you start that when you start thinking too much. You just got to let the ball do all the work, and it's easier said than done for sure.
Yeah, the Sisson girls have come to play here.
They are filling frames for sure. Great job.
And now a little substitute here as Hannah Sarl comes in. The 8th frame, taking the spot of Autumn Klinker. And I believe...
Great shot.
As Jessica Sisson pretty much puts the final nail in the proverbial coffin for DeKalb here with a strike. And you're almost at the point where the girls from Evansville can start celebrating as they're going to put their name on the Doty Cup.
A long trip up here, too, from Evansville. So they did a great job coming up in the weather and have made it well worth it.
Great shot there by Harley. Toy comes in light, leaving the 7. But still, what a season for Coach Tim Klinker and his girls from DeKalb. Undefeated in their conference as Leanne Hill adds another strike. Undefeated in their conference, #1 seed here at the state finals. They're going to come up short. Still a great season.
Bowled great all day. Just come into the title match here, a little difficult, and a couple spares got them in trouble, and Evansville North was able to take advantage of those and are still doing that this game as well. So great job by DeKalb, and Evansville North has done a wonderful job to win today.
Well, Coach Chris Goins and Jennifer Sisson have to be absolutely ecstatic as senior Elizabeth Jones, which quite possibly could be her final shot of her high school career. We don't know if she's bowling singles tomorrow. As we talked about, Mike, as seniors wrap up their career, it's always bittersweet. You'd love everybody to win, but to finish your career with a top 2 finish in the state finals, nothing to hang your head about.
Not at all. I'll tell you, a lot of girls would trade places with these teams, but Evansville North did a great job today, but DeKalb, wonderful team, bowled well all day, and are very deserved to be here in this title match.
And now Isabella Davenport picks up the spare. Final score of 126 for DeKalb and a 274 total. Final shot of Evansville North run to a state title. And the celebration about to commence. Mike, you'll be laneside with the victors here shortly. And a strike to finish it. Doty Cup, hello, Evansville North, your state title team champions for the girls' side here from Championship Lanes.
Great job. What a perfect way to finish.
And how about a back-to-back 175, 180, 355 total. Again, your champions from Evansville North, 355 over DeKalb's 274. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back. Mike will be laneside with the victors from Evansville North right after this.
All right, here we are. We're back. We're back. And guess what? I'm with the 2024 Indiana State Girls Champions, and it is Evansville North. And I want to talk to congratulations, guys. Great job.
All right.
And
I'm boys finals.
And I'm standing here with the champions. Coach Goins, the girls did exactly what you said they do.
They did. Timely spares. We got a few doubles in there in the championship match and state champions.
Great job. And I'm also with Jordan Sissons. And Jordan, you bowled tremendous in that state match here. And you had a couple strikes. You had a big spare. How's it feel?
It feels amazing since it's my last year, since I'm a senior. And winning this, making it as far as I did, feels amazing. So.
Well, congratulations. You did a great job. Girls, you're the 2024 Indiana State Girls Champions. Congratulations. And we're going to take a break.
everyone. Welcome back here to the broadcast booth here at Savage Bowling TV's presentation of the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals from Championship Lanes. Scott Gilmore, PBA Hall of Famer Mike Albee here in the broadcast booth, and we were treated to one heck of a finals in the girls' side. Now, can the boys live up to what the girls delivered, especially by Evansville North, who just impressive win there.
Well, they took their semifinal match where they made some spares to get in there, but they threw strikes this time. A couple key doubles, and they just basically went out there and won it. So they did a tremendous job. DeKalb, I worry about how long you sit and wait, and there's a lot you can't do to defend against that, and we'll see if Richmond's able to figure that piece of the puzzle out.
Well, and you're looking at the potential of Elkhart, the Lions, running the table. I believe they were the 4th seed coming in. They had to win the quarterfinal match just to get to the TV show, and now they find themselves one match away from a state title. Can Elkhart do the same thing that Evansville North just did and take down the number 1 seed, which will be the Richmond Spiders? And Richmond, with a really talented roster as well. We have Bailey Ballinger, the senior, Bryce Cloyd, the senior, Austin Shaw, the senior, Nathan Farrell, the junior, Logan Brewer, junior, Jacob Gettinger, a freshman, and Bryson Whited, a sophomore. And so a nice group of players here. They were first in their conference, undefeated out of the Mid-Indiana Conference. So Mike Higgins and his staff have done a great job, as a lot of these schools coming in here, Mike, have been undefeated in their conference play.
Yeah, I mean, what a season to be undefeated in anything, especially the team seems to be so tightly meshed together that, it's surprising that somebody could go undefeated.
Yeah, we're 4 minutes away here from practice concluding and our match taking place. So, again, the state title, the state finals have always delivered. Evansville now, North, with their name, their school name on the Doty Cup. Who will add the boys' name for the first year? What a great thing to have involved here with the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals, the Doty Cup. I know Jim's been a real dear friend of yours for many, many years, and I think it's great that we can continue his legacy on, as he's been a huge advocate for the sport of bowling.
Yeah, and they've done a great job with we've got the cup, and there's the banner out there and all sorts of things to honor Jim. So. It's exciting for the teams to see that. I mean, it's what a beautiful cup, and it's just kind of cool. I think that adds a little bit to it for sure.
All right, when we come back, we'll have the finals match between the Elkhart Lions and Richmond right after this. All right, welcome back here to Savage Bowling presentation of the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals. Finals match of the boys' side just about to get underway here, but let's go lane side with Mike Albee, as he has Coach Mike Higgins and a player from Richmond.
All right, I'm here with the number 1 seed, the Richmond Red Devils. I'm here with Coach Mike Higgins, and I'm here with Austin Scholl, one of the team members. Coach, what'd you tell the team this morning before you started?
Have fun. Main thing is enjoy the moment. Whatever happens, happens. and we made some quality shots, and they excelled.
Well, now that you're the #1 seed, you're getting ready to go in the championship match. Does that message change?
Not at all. Relax and enjoy the moment.
Well, best of luck to you and the team.
Thank you.
Austin, great job this morning. Obviously, you guys listened to the coach. What are you looking forward to winning that state championship? What would that mean to you?
We got pretty close to it back in 22, but we came up short, came up runner-up. So, I mean, for my senior year, it would be nice to bring it home.
Well, best of luck to you and the team. Great job. #1 team, the Richmond Red Devils.
All right, welcome back here as practice just about finished here from championship lanes here. Boys state finals championship match between the Richmond Devils and the Elkhart Lions. And back in the broadcast booth was Mike Albee. And Mike, always great to hear from the coach, Mike Higgins, and Austin Shaw, the senior, and, kind of what they're thinking and their plans. And, they got to be pretty confident coming in here as the #1 seed.
Yeah, they do, and like we talked about before, they're a strong team, but they're an older team. So got 3 seniors on the team, and they're in good hands there. But I'll tell you what, that Elkhart Lions team, they are full of youth that are very, very good. It'll be a wonderful match here in the title.
Yeah, and great point there, because they lead off the first frame with the freshmen. But Wyatt Skipper and Lucas Claxton, the freshmen there in the proverbial 9th and 10th frames, have been solid, especially Lucas there. Lots of strikes. And, you expect that from a lot of your upperclassmen, but these freshmen coming in here with a lot of experience in their own right, showing the older guys how to play, right?
Well, and Lucas, I talked to Lucas about what he would do if they won the state title, and his coach said, well, he's got a tournament he's going to tonight. It's like, so he's got more bowling to do wherever that's at.
Yeah, and let's just hope the boys can deliver an exciting finish like the girls did. And
yeah, you don't really you want to win the state title no matter what it takes, but you want to win it. You don't want to hand it to you. So it's you wish that both teams will come out of this strong and just have it one of those that make good shots.
All right, getting the lineups here from Richmond, and we'll go over those here in just a few seconds. And the lineups here, bowling the 1st and 6th frame will be senior Bailey Ballinger. Bowling in the 2nd and 7th will be senior Bryce Cloyd. Bowling in that 3rd and 8th position will be senior Austin Shaw. Nathan Farrell, the junior, will bowl the 4th and 9th, and the junior Logan Brewer will bowl the 5th and anchor position in the 10th. We are just about to get underway here. And I love the point you made earlier, Mike. You talk about the game #1's kind of feeling out the pair, feeling out, the nerves of each player, and then you get to that second game and you could just feel the tension ramp up.
Yeah, and the first game is so important because you don't want to have a point where you give up, 20 or 30 pins trying to catch up, because you got to stay close, because then you're going to need help, and that's the last thing you want is to pull good, but then look for help too.
All right, the Elkhart Lions finish their cheer. Left lane will lead off Bailey Ballinger for the Richmond Devils. Will lead the way here. Frame #1, game #1. Comes in light, 4-pin.
Good shot. Good shot. Gave it an opportunity.
And now, freshman John Roy will bowl the first frame. He's been solid, Mike. He comes in light, washout. He's been pretty good in that leadoff position for the Lions.
Yeah, the semifinal, he came out in both games with strikes in the first frame. He was a strong leadoff player for Elkhart.
Well, their conference record was 9-2 in that Michiana Central conference. They won a roll-off against Warsaw, so they were conference champs. Ooh, open frame.
Well, that's just we've seen that every match. We've seen the spare misses in the first couple frames, and just immediately put you behind the 8 ball. But big, difficult spare here for Elkhart.
Almost a spare there for John Roy Jr. And now Bryce Cloyd, the senior.
Elkhart give Richmond a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, they finished first in sectionals, second in regionals, and just climbed their way into 6th in the semi-state, whereas Elkhart finished first in sectionals, second in regionals, and 3rd in semi-state. Another 9-count single pin lead for Richmond. And this time, Richmond looking to make the spare, but before so, Lucas Wentland, the junior, the upperclassman here really for this young Elkhart Lions team, comes in high. Well, unaccustomed to seeing this from Elkhart. They came out in the first couple of games with the front 3 strikes and got off to a quick start.
Well,
Not so much
and this
here.
is the same pair they bowled on before. It's obviously had a little more play on it since they were on it, but
oh my goodness!
I think we're seeing some nerves here.
Now you're thinking there's a little bit of nerves for
definitely.
Richmond,
and totally understandable. This is for it all. This is for the state title.
Ooh, and a 6-1 count there. 16 in the second, 18. 2-pin lead here. Richmond is thinking, wow, we opened both times and we have a lead. Austin Shaw, the senior, comes in light. 2-4-8.
Both teams looking for someone to start the run here.
Well, let's see who does it. Colin Albright's turn here for the Lions out of Elkhart. The sophomore. He's been solid all day today. Comes in, crosses over, leaving the 6-pin.
We're seeing a lot more hook, apparently, from what they bowled on a few games ago, and some time, too. It was more than just a few games, but a lot of balls being thrown down there.
Let's see if Austin can calm the nerves and give his team their first mark of the game. Oh, and he kind of surprised by how much that ball hooked. He leaves the A-pin. And the first mark of the game goes to Elkhart, Colin Albright. And now Nate Farrell here. 208 average this year, the junior. Oh,
good shot.
Great shot, solid 10.
That was a great shot.
Right now, you're just trying to throw a good shot, make a spare. And now, freshman Wyatt Skipper, 4th frame. And a strike there.
Very nice shot.
And now, big spare here for Nathan, and he covers. Nine-pin deficit. It's only 9 pins here. Plenty of bowling left here. And now Logan Brewer, the anchor bowler for Richmond, the junior. 212 average this season. 300 score this year. Oh, what power!
No doubt with that.
The pins had no chance. Strike there for Logan Brewer. And now Lucas Claxton, who's been good all day. Oh! Oh, and the 7-9 falls late. But a double for Elkhart.
Lucas is one of the best players I've seen today. I'll tell you what, and he's acted like it, and he's bowled like it, and that's why he is in that anchor spot.
Well, now what can Bailey Ballinger here do for Richmond? Working on a strike, 6th frame. Comes in high, 3-6-10.
Elkhart can put a hurt on him right here if they can get another one.
Yeah, this is Colin White. Crossing over, 5-pin. The freshman, again, a lot of young players here on this Elkhart Lions team. Ooh, and a chopped spare. And what you don't want if you're Richmond, you don't want it to, like the snowball getting bigger as it rolls down the hill, right?
Exactly.
You don't want it snowballing into a lot of pressure.
It becomes too difficult to come back.
And a good cover for Colin White. Of course, Coach Mike Higgins had a few extra words for Bryce Cloyd here, the senior. This is where he needs his upperclassmen here to kind of stem the tide here and make some good shots. 7th frame. Comes in light.
You know, it's a long layoff for the Richmond team. They've been sitting around for a long time, so it's easy to fall back in that. But, boy, it's time to get it together a bit. It's one of those where you almost need a timeout, you know, if you had one.
Well, unfortunately, bowling doesn't have any.
One. No.
Well, he's got the 1, 2, 4, 8. One thing that's really nice, though, is they do get a pair. They get a practice on a pair prior to this. Oh, and a solid strike for Lucas Wentland. Him and John Roy Jr., the only juniors on this team. This team does not have a senior. Oh, and another open frame for Richmond. And it's piling up here. The boys from Elkhart nice and loose here. Richmond coming in a little tight right now. 82 in the 7th. Elkhart Central here in the 8th could step up and take a 53-pin lead. Austin coming in high. Ooh, fortunate to leave just the 6-pin. You know, one thing you'd want to tell your players right now, especially on the Richmond side, listen, the next guy, you're not going to take the lead, right?
Yeah.
It's going to take a little time. Be patient, and make good shots here. Plenty of bowling left.
It's total pins, not if you lose this game and win the next one. It's total pins.
Jacob Gettinger is coming in. Oh, and another strike.
Huge.
Colin Albright. And now Jacob Gettinger coming in for Richmond here to convert the 6-pin. Never easy to come in cold like that and make a spare.
Tough.
Now, you're getting down to your back two guys in the 9th and 10th frames here. Juniors for Richmond, freshmen for Elkhart. But these freshmen have not bowled like it. They have been really good for Elkhart, and that's Wyatt Skipper and Lucas Claxton.
That's where Richmond needs to break a little bit of this lead now. Needs to cut it down.
Comes in light. No chance. The pins had no chance. Great shot there from Nathan Farrell. Kind of letting Elkhart know, hey,
that was a good shot for them. Yeah, I agree.
We're going to try to stick around here, guys. Double working here. 9th frame. Wyatt Skipper. Right lane. Oh, my goodness. He has been solid. Yeah. Impressive.
Added to that lead.
Looks like Elkhart got their feet underneath them and calmed down a little bit, and now they've been really, really solid this last half of the game. Strikes in 5 of their last 6 frames. Oh, beautiful shot. Yes.
Needed that. Needed that.
Logan Brewer. You know, you can still finish out with 162. But unfortunately for them, 255 out there. Excuse me, 245 out there for Elkhart. Oh, and Lucas Claxton with another strike. 225, excuse me, out there for Elkhart. So important shot here for Logan Brewer. Oh, 4-9. Boy.
Opportunity to add to the lead here by Elkhart.
Yeah, and the coach has pulled Lucas aside here. Just wait. Maybe let him try to convert the spare first before you go. No need to be any hurry right now if you're Elkhart.
Oh.
Ooh. Right through the heart of the...
Yeah, that's the first shot we've seen out of Lucas that wasn't just high flush.
All right, tough game there for Richmond, 149. Still a chance here. Get 2. And you're right there at 209. And you're going to have a comfortable 60-pin lead. Important to get count here. Oh, and he doesn't. Boy. 207. Remember how you always talked about...
Yeah, I don't know about that one now. I mean, I agree with you. That's a lot of pins to be left laying out there, but still to be up as far as they are, that's going to be very, very difficult for Richmond to come back to. But Richmond's going to have to start out with a couple strikes just to send a message that they're there. And you know, now they're switching lanes, so it's, you know, who lines up the best and the quickest. But, boy, that's a large deficit to come back from.
Yeah, you're down 58 pins here.
Yeah.
2 things are going to happen if you're Richmond. You got to throw a lot of strikes, and you got to get some help from Elkhart.
Yeah, you know, Richmond could come out with a double or a 3 in a row and get an open or so out of Elkhart, and, boy, all of a sudden it becomes a lot tighter, and then it becomes nerves for everybody.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like any changes are going to be made to the lineup. Both coaches are going to stick with what they have, and now Elkhart Lions will start the match on the left lane. But you're right, Mike. It's so important right now for Richmond to get out of the gates quick and show Elkhart that they're not going to go anywhere, that you're going to have to earn it yet.
And I think that's part of the first match that kind of loosened up Elkhart again, because Elkhart started out the same way Richmond did. You know, they were struggling a bit, but a couple of spare misses, pretty much all of a sudden the swings loosened up for Elkhart, and they made good shots and got strikes, and there they are sitting, you know, 58 pins ahead. And it's tough when you get down like that not to be, you know, down in the dumps a little bit. But, boy, you've got to pick yourself up and keep fighting to the end.
All right, John Roy Jr. here. Leads off game number 2 with a strike. Boy, he has done that quite a bit.
He has certainly led the way. Great shot. Pressure on Richmond.
And now, all the pressure now on Bailey Ballinger here. And he's pointing left. Never a good sign right out of your hand. Leaving the 3-pin. He's just looked tight this whole, this whole match.
Yeah.
And boy, it's frustrating as a competitor when your nerves just kind of get the best of you.
Yep, you're afraid to let it go, and you try to strike before you throw it.
And as you've we've talked about a lot of times, it's amazing what the mind can do to the body.
Oh, exactly.
All right, good
There's
cover.
the spare, yep. And these are times where you can't panic as a coach. I mean, this is what's got you here. You've got to stick to the game plan.
Well, Lucas Wentland here, the upperclassman on this team, a junior.
Whoa.
Oh, he misses wide right. Ooh. Oh, kind of a slow rack there, they would say, but almost had a pin come over and take the 10 out, but he's got the 4-10.
That came back from a long way to get that head pin, but tough spare now.
Now, what can Bryce Cloyd do here? Oh, yeah, he takes the 9-pin down.
Definitely what Richmond needed.
Now, we talked about 39 hooking a little more than 38. Be interesting to see if that's an advantage for Richmond or not. But still, they got a strike on Richmond's side. And if you're Elkhart, you just want to try to fill frames here.
Colin Albright has bowled well the 2 matches we've watched him today, so it's a big shot here to get the ship righted a little bit.
That is way right. Does it hook back? No.
Yep, good break and not leaving a washout there.
Yeah, the 1-2-4-8.
Well, here's a scenario we set up for Richmond to need a chance, and if Austin Shaw can get the double here, he's going to cut deep into that lead.
Can the senior deliver? Can he deliver? Ooh, 3-6.
So pick it up.
Wonder if
Don't
he'll
let it get away. Yep.
like to know if that was a really good shot, because he's going to tell the guys below him, hey, this pair hooks a little more than I was anticipating.
Yep, spare with a spare here. Austin Shaw can cut into that lead a little bit more.
Well, back-to-back opens now for Elkhart. So an opportunity here for Austin Shaw and Richmond to cut into that deficit. Oh, and he chops.
Tough break there.
The 3 off the 6.
Yep.
Boy, they had a chance, Mike, to take about 20-plus pins off that 58-pin deficit.
Yeah, those are the things that definitely make the other team think when you start cutting into that lead, especially it's the last game.
And now, the freshman, Wyatt Skipper.
Wow.
Oh, and all he's done is strike all day.
Great shot.
Boy, you know, here's the thing, too. I think it's kind of rolled into Lucas. As good as Wyatt's bowled, when you follow those strikes all the time and you're motivated and you're pumped up, boy.
Yeah, every time when you get up, you're on a chance to get a double.
And now Nate Farrell here. Nate Farrell, Jr. That's got a hook. Ooh, 5 count. Ball got out right.
Yeah.
Never came back.
Tough spare.
Looks like Coach Higgins giving Nate some pointers, and at this point you got to decide if you're going to go across the head pin or if you're going to deflect it.
Yeah.
So
neither one's easy.
No. So he's got to decide how he wants to attack this spare. Ooh. Just misses the head pin, takes out the 6-10.
Big opening. Big opening for Elkhart.
Back-to-back opens for Richmond now in the 3rd and 4th frames. On a strike here now, Lucas Claxton. That's left to target. Ooh, boy, fortunate just to leave the 6-pin. You look at some of these averages, Mike, on the season for Elkhart. I mean, 156 for John Roy, Colin Albright 181, Lucas Wentland 179, Wyatt Skipper 193, Lucas Claxton just 174. So, boy, they have really bowled way above those averages
they
today.
Have, yeah.
Oh, hit him thin, watch him spin. Pins going everywhere.
Well, that sets up the second half of the game for Richmond. Just what they needed to do. Needed that extra frame to add more opportunities.
All right, Lucas with the cover.
If you don't throw strikes, you're going to need help. So,
all right, 55 in the fourth, 57 in the fourth for Elkhart. So they've increased their lead by 2. So now it's 60 pin deficit with just 5 frames to go. Comes in high. That's
makeable. That's what you want.
Colin White, the freshman. This is one of those things, Mike, where you throw these averages out the window if you're Elkhart, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they've bowled so much better than what you see on paper.
Oh, good shot.
Better shot there, but boy, that would have been a big double.
Oh, big.
And a good spare there for Colin.
And that's one less frame you got to fill.
Now, Bailey Bollinger here. And he covers it. Frames running out here, though, for Richmond. They're down big. Both teams with 75 in the fifth. They're all square in this match, in this game, but the lead goes to Elkhart. Oh, and a great shot for Colin Albright.
Elkhart's just going to take it home, it looks like. They're just going to go out and win it. Well, that sets up the good portion of Elkhart's lineup, too, coming up.
Just a little 2-hour drive northwest here from Anderson is Elkhart.
Ooh.
As Bryce Cloyd comes in light, leaving the 2-8. Cinderella's been really busy here today. Because both teams coming from that quarterfinal match just to get here.
Well, these are difficult tasks. I mean, it's a match break. It's a match break, so you got to restart and restart. So it's very difficult on the players, and not only that, adjusting the coaches. I mean, it's a lot of hard work out there. It's a demanding format, and whoever wins it is well deserved of it.
Yeah, and Elkhart had to win 3 matches to win the state championship. So, boy, that is a lot of bowling to get here. Stressful bowling.
Yeah.
Oh, and a strike.
Well, that's going to make these 9th and 10th frames a little easier for Elkhart.
Yeah, how good has Colin Albright and some of these young kids for Elkhart been today? Austin Shaw, he's probably thinking, what is this pair want? He's been high, been light, been high.
Tough adjustments out there. It's a demanding condition today.
Well, you basically get 5 minutes of practice on each lane. And, you're probably getting, maybe 3-4 shots max? You got to figure out a lot in just those 3 or 4 shots.
And they've bowled on this pair before, except for Richmond hasn't. But, if anybody's bowled on it before, now you're coming back, 30, 45 minutes later. So and there's been a lot of balls thrown on it, so it's going to change. So it's very difficult.
Well, and you see some of the emotion starting to set in here for Richmond as Austin Shaw throwing his last shot of his high school career. And you love to see the emotion. You feel bad for the players. And now Wyatt Skipper. Oh, I was going to say, he could do no wrong.
Yeah.
Leaves the 9-pin. And now it's down to Nate Farrell and Logan Brewer for Richmond. We'll see if coaches make any kind of changes here, but these two boys will be back as juniors. Nice base here for Richmond, though. 3 seniors on this team, though. And a great shot by Nate.
Great shot.
You know, if you're Richmond right now, hey, let's try to finish this out on a positive note.
Well, Baker's tough. I mean, these players only got 4 shots. I mean, basically, it's all they have was 4 shots, and a lot of pressure on each and every one of them.
And a spare, and a lot of these coaches might be trying to get other players into the game here. Basically, Elkhart has bowled everyone, as they had the 2 players at the 1st and 6th bowl, and now Jacob Gettinger getting a little chance here to get some shots in here in the state championship. Any experience is great. Just to get here means a lot. Again, like we said earlier, nothing to hang your head about. Looks like Bryson White is going to get a chance to maybe bowl here, as Lucas Claxton will finish the 10th out. And why not?
Yeah.
Why not strike? Wow, Elkhart's been impressive. Well, you have to say the future looks bright for the boys from Elkhart, the Lions.
All they did was make shots all day. Great shots from 1 to 5.
And a spare. That's what you like to see.
Yeah.
You love to see the young exuberance, not the result the Devils from Richmond wanted. But, boy, just to get to this point means a lot. And now Lucas trying to finish out 2 solid games here for Elkhart. Comes in high. 6, 7, 10. Excuse me, 4, 7, 10 for Lucas here. And now Bryson's going to get another shot here after the spare in the 10th. Let's end it on a strike, Bryson. Let's end it on a strike. Ah, comes in light. 2, 4, 5. All right. You can add the Lions from Elkhart to the Doty Cup, as the Elkhart Lions are your boys state champions here at the team event portion of the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals. And Mike, what a Cinderella story. They had to win 3 matches to claim this title.
Well, and this match showed exactly how they did it. I mean, just strong support from 1 to 5, strikes at the key moments, made their spares. Well deserved of the state title today. Richmond had a great tournament as well. Sure, they're very disappointed, but we'll see them all back. They all look good out there.
All right, the final tally. Elkhart Lions, 389. The Richmond Devils, 308. When we come back, Mike will get laneside. He'll have a chance to talk with those champions from Elkhart right here at the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals right after this.
All right, we're back, and we are with the 2024 boys Indiana State champions, winning the inaugural Doty Cup. And it is the Elkhart Lions. What do you say, guys? What do you say?
It hasn't quite kicked in yet.
I guess not. That's subdued as I thought it was ever going to be. Coach, I know what you told them before. What do you tell them now?
All right, just take this all in and enjoy it. We're so young. We hope to be back here doing this again next year.
All right, where's Wyatt? Wyatt, great job. Nice bowling. One question. I think we're going to make a date for all you guys next year because you guys are so young, as Coach said, but you all made great shots. How'd you do it out there today?
Just a lot of hard work and dedication, I guess. Yeah.
Well, good job. Elkhart Lions, you're the champion of the Doty Cup. It's the Elkhart Lions. And we're going to send it back for a break.
Yes. All right, welcome back here to the booth. We've wrapped up the Indiana High School bowling team event portion of the state finals, and it was so exciting. The Elkhart Lions win the boys' side. Evansville North wins the girls. But the most important part are the awards. Let's go lane side with MC Gerard Kelly for the awards ceremony.
All right, we're going to pass out the awards now. We're going to start with the girls. Your fourth place girls team, Snyder. And your third place girls team, Laporte. All right, we'll bring up your second place girls team, DeKalb. Come on up. Congratulations. And your girls champion, Evansville North. We'll present them with the Doty Cup. All right. We're going to have pictures down here in 33, 44. All right. To the boys. Your fourth place boys team, Jasper. And your third place boys team, Avon. And now for the second place boys team, Richmond. And now, for the boys, Doty Cup champions, Elkhart!
All right, welcome back here in the broadcast booth. That wraps up the award ceremony for the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals team event portion. What an exciting day for both the Evansville North girls and the Lions from Elkhart, the boys. And, boy, talking about the girls, they've had some really the coaches' kids stepped up, Jordan and Jessica Sisson, and then even Isabella Davenport, the anchor bowler, stepped up big too for Evansville North as they came out victorious on the girls' side.
Yeah, it seemed like different bowlers on that team would step up. You know, it wasn't always the same one. It was somebody different every time, and that's what it takes to be a team.
Now, the boys celebrating here, the Elkhart Lions on the championship pair. But, man, the future looks bright. You cannot say enough about the freshmen, the two young boys at the end of the lineup, Wyatt Skipper and Lucas Claxton. They were huge in that, both, and really in all three matches, because they had to win 3 to get to the championship.
Yeah, I was almost ready to ask Coach Smith if he was ready to be locked in for next year already, or do we make the reservations now or what? But, yeah, no, and very cool. I mean, even when they said now the champions, you know, everybody was so subdued. It's just the team just went out there and did their jobs and had a blast with it, and they're very well coached, but great bunch of kids, and it's no surprise if we see them again.
And how exciting, too, as both Evansville North and Elkhart Lions get their name on, their school's name on the Doty Cup, the inaugural championship trophy for the high school bowling state finals.
Yeah, it's a great addition to what goes on here in Indiana and the bowling, and especially this high school bowling here in Indiana. And Jim was an integral part, obviously, of high school bowling, and you know, deservedly so, the Doty Cup. And hey, you're the first ones with your name on the Doty Cup, so very exciting for the two champions.
Well, I know the staff here, not only at Championship Lanes, but Mike, Larry, all for Indiana High School Bowling. They have to be so excited with how things went today. And really, it's going to be exciting tomorrow because we're going to have singles coming up here tomorrow afternoon right here from Championship Lanes as well. But got to thank Storm, Rotogrip, 900 Global, 3G for all their support to bring this broadcast possible here on Savage Bowling TV. And, again, the team event delivers on both the boys and the girls side.
Yeah, it's a great event. Proud to be part of Indiana and what it brings, Savage TV Bowling, and you know what you guys do, Chad and Scott, and yeah, it's just great to be part of it. We all should be proud of what goes on here in Indiana and bowling.
Well, we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast here of the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals team event. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon for the singles, both the boys and the girls from Championship Lanes. Again, your winner on the girls' side, Evansville North, and your winner on the boys' side, the Elkhart Lions. We thank you for watching the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals here on Savage Bowling TV. We'll see you tomorrow for the singles show right here from Championship Lanes.